You alright guys, welcome back to another video. You've got just me in this video again. Unfortunately for you guys, you got to look at this again. Sorry, but I feel like this is quite an important video to make. I just want to say at the very top of this is not sponsored. It's not endorsed by any company or anything like that. It's just purely me talking to a camera with no influence from anything else, because I know a lot of people go, oh, you've been sponsored by a company. Unfortunately, we haven't. We'd love to be, but we're not. I feel like insurance is a very important topic to talk about right now, especially with premiums going through the roof. I mean, some of the stories I've seen on the internet are just scary, especially people with keyless cars, especially Land Rovers with keyless cars. Some people's premiums have gone from £400-500 to £1,500. Some people's have gone to £2.5 grand. Some people, I think I've seen stories of £6.5 grand premiums, that sort of thing, because they just can't get insurance. And I even remember reading a story that someone can't afford their insurance because it's so expensive, but equally they can't sell the car because it's a keyless car and no dealer wants to give them any sort of value for it whatsoever. So yeah, really scary times at the moment. Price of parts, the labour to carry out fixing cars, uninsured drivers, that sort of thing. It's all built up into this big bubble that's just making premiums just explode, it feels like. So this year round, I was super dreading our renewal coming through. I didn't know what to expect. I mean, some years you can guess and get a vague idea and go, oh, it should be about this sort of price or that sort of price. But I feel like this year was the first time it was a pure unknown. Maybe you guys can comment down below, which do you fear most right now? Is it your annual MOT test on your car, or is it actually your insurance renewal? Let me know down below in the comments below. The car insurance company that I'm with used to be called A-Plan Insurance, and underneath their logo it used to have in little writing part of the Howden company. They've since rebranded and now they're just Howden company, but I believe nothing has changed behind the scenes. They've just had a rebranding and now they're just Howden Car Insurance, or just Howden Insurance in general. Howdens have branches across the country, but the branch I'm with specifically, which is easy for me to say, is the Thatcham branch. I heard a lot of good stories on the forums and on the internet about that particular branch, so I chose to call them direct and get my insurance through them last year. So I've been with them last year and then I've renewed into this year with the same branch, with the same company. One thing I will say is don't go looking for them on comparison sites, because I don't think they're on there at all. You have to physically get the phone, pick it up, dial the number and actually talk to a real human being rather than just tippy tap on the internet and try and find a good quote. One of the great things about Howden's insurance is the fact that they have access to very specific insurance underwriter policies, whatever you want to call it, for specialized vehicles. And to translate that into 4x4 terms specifically, because that's what our channel is all about, is that means that you have green laning cover, you have off-roading cover, and they also understand modifications, which is a big thing for us and I'm sure some of you out there. One of the things I want to talk to you guys about is if you plan to modify your 4x4, and I'm not talking about just Freelanders here, I'm on about 4x4s in general. If you plan to modify your 4x4, or if you have modified it, you can quickly run out of options for comparison sites, because some of them only allow a certain amount of modifications. Other ones are very particular. When you tick a box for a modification, they just go, nah, not interested, because their insurance underwriters just want generic car drivers with their generic cars that travel on the road. Nice simple things, rather than 4x4 policies that are highly modified cars, and all that jazz that go off-roading and stuff like that. One of the things that I was particularly concerned about was when we put a lift kit on the car. I was particularly concerned that most insurance companies on comparison sites, for example, don't even have a box for that to be able to tick it to say that's what you've modified on your car. So it was unnerving times, because a lot of people are quick to modify their car, but they don't necessarily think about the insurance prospects of it and actually telling the insurance company. Some insurance companies are very accepting, I'm sure, but Howden's Insurance, you just give them a call. We've declared all our modifications, and these horror stories about it skyrocketing the price haven't happened to us. I can't say about everyone else out there. I'm sure some people have got bad stories. I'm sure people have got good stories like us too. Just to give you some real quick brief details about our car insurance policy and us in general. First off, we'll start off with the car. It is a Land Rover, a Freelander 2, and it is modified. So the modifications on it at the moment are a tank guard, a diff guard, a sump guard, It's got rock sliders, it's got wheel spacers, it's got bigger tyres, it's got tinted windows. I think that's the vast majority, but anyway, we've declared all our modifications on the insurance policy. It's insured for 10,000 miles a year, which suits us just fine. It's a fully comprehensive policy. I've had my license for 15 years, and I believe that Alana has had her license for 8 years. I'm 35, I think it is, and Alana, I won't give off her age specifically because it's rude to talk about a woman's age and all that, but she's older than 25 and she's not quite hit 30 yet. So yeah, you get the gist of where she's at. We also both have clean licenses, and last off the list, we have 0 voluntary excess, but £250 compulsory excess on the policy. And this is the same for the last policy and for this renewal policy. Our policy last year cost £619. So as a fun game, feel free to pause the video here, stick a comment down below, or just guess in your own head what you think our insurance will come to this year. Do you think it would have gone down, bearing in mind I would have gained a no claim, still clean license, or do you think it's gone up in price? Comment down below, or just comment in your mind where you think the price is and just guess a price of what you think our renewal price is. Without further ado, I'll leave you now hopefully with some phone clips of when I was talking to George at Howden Insurance discussing my renewal with the Thatcham branch.
Good afternoon, to Howden Specialist Vehicle. You're through to George. How can I help?
Good afternoon, it's Scott here. I'm ringing up to discuss my renewal that I've got an email about.
Oh, no, this is the Land Rover policy.
That is correct, yes.
Fantastic, right. Let's see if we've got a renewal quite through. Might not, but if so, we'll confirm details. I'll be able to get that for you. Annual mileage 10,000 miles a year. Is that still enough for you?
Yep, that is correct.
We have the no claims bonus then of 13 years, so it'll be 14 this year, which is currently protected. Are you looking to protect it on next year's policy?
Yes, please.
Yeah, always worth it. So the no claims bonus protection does not protect the overall price of the insurance policy, and the price of the insurance policy still may increase for an accident, even if you're not at fault. Cool. So some insurers then, they do perform external data checks prior to calculating a premium. These will include information obtained from the DVLA and a credit check, which will appear on your credit history whether you proceed or not. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's okay.
Right, what I'll do is I'll just put it on hold. I'll get that quote for you now. Is that okay?
That is perfect. Thank you very much.
Hey, so thanks very much for holding there. So the quotation I've got for you there, I'm going to keep it on a 4x4 policy. So exactly the same scheme and insurer as you were with last year.
Yeah.
Will remain the same at $250 for both accidental damage and fire and theft. I have a total policy cost, including the legal expenses, coming in at £689 for the year.
Oh, perfect. That's what I was going to say. That's much better than what I was anticipating it to be.
What were you anticipating, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, it's just because you read on the internet, especially the 4x4 forums and everything, that some Land Rover policies, I think it's more the keyless ones, they're going into thousands nowadays. So, yeah, I was kind of expecting it to be a whole lot worse than that.
No, not at all. There is an increase on last year, but just the general increase of the insurance market at the moment. It's like it for everybody, every vehicle, every insurer, every broker. Just due to the way that the market is right now. Did you want to get it sorted now, sir?
Yeah, if possible.
Of course it is. Yeah, no worries at all. Great stuff, sir. Well, that's all been renewed for you then. Thank you very much for renewing the policy. If you have been happy and satisfied with the service you received, of course, please do recommend us to your friends and family. That's all renewed for another year, so thank you very much for your time today.
As you can tell from that phone call, I was pleased as punch. George quoted me £689, so thanks Howden. That was a great weight off my mind because I was seriously expecting it to be vastly more money. So thankfully it wasn't. I was expecting to have to go shopping around to various companies to get various different quotes and do a lot of groundwork to try and limit the damage in our pockets. So yeah, if you've got a modified Freelander or a modified 4x4 in general, give Howden's a call because they might actually surprise you with a quote they can give you. Maybe they won't, because I know some people said they couldn't quote them a great price. Just to give you an idea of how long I was on the phone for, it was 19 minutes and about 20 seconds or something like that, from literally dialing the number to putting the phone down. Just a 19-minute phone call. That's all I had to make. If you have a modified 4x4, comment down below who you're with, because it might help others. Because if Howden's can't help them, then maybe other people can get ideas from this video with other companies they could try for their modified 4x4. But other than that, thank you very much for watching this video. I know it's not been the most exciting video in the world ever. But thank you very much for watching. Feel free to start a discussion down below in the comments section, and check out some of our other videos. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz, and hopefully both of us will catch you in the next video. Cheers everyone, and goodbye. Click up there for the most recently uploaded video. Click down there to the video that I've linked to. Click up there for our Instagram, go and check out our Instagram channel, or click down there to subscribe to our channel.